Imagine waking up in a $100 million mansion where the biggest decision of your day is whether to take the Ferrari or the Rolls-Royce to school. Picture flying across the world for a casual weekend shopping spree in Paris, or shutting down an entire amusement park just for your birthday party. While most people dream of such luxuries for the children of billionaires, this is just another Tuesday. Their lives are filled with unimaginable privileges, from living in private islands to owning entire fleets of luxury cars before they can even drive. Today, we're taking you deep into the extravagant and jaw-dropping lifestyles of billionaire kids. Stick around to hear about the billionaire heir who lives in a literal skyscraper, the one who had the Louvre shut down for their birthday, and the billionaire parent who built an underground doomsday bunker for their children. Being born into Elon Musk's family is like stepping into a science fiction novel. Unlike most kids who go to traditional schools, Musk's children attend Ad Astra, an elite, top-secret institution that he personally founded. The school doesn't have grades, exams, or a fixed curriculum. Instead, it focuses on innovation, artificial intelligence, and problem-solving skills, preparing these kids to become the next tech moguls. While other children are playing with Legos, Musk's kids are experimenting with robotics and coding advanced software. Their education is unlike anything else in the world, but when they're not in school, they enjoy privileges that most people can only dream of. Flying commercial is not even a consideration. They have the option to travel on one of their father's 5 private jets, including the luxurious $70 million Gulfstream G650ER. These jets take them anywhere in the world, whether it's a weekend in Tokyo, a private safari in Africa, or a space flight with their father's company, SpaceX. If Elon Musk ever decides to colonize Mars, his children will probably be the first civilians to set foot on the red planet. While Musk's kids are being groomed to become future tech visionaries, Jeff Bezos raises his children with a completely different philosophy, one that would make most parents gasp. Bezos believes in teaching his kids about calculated risks, which is why he allowed them to handle knives at the age of 4 and power tools by the time they turned 7. His logic? That these experiences build resilience and problem-solving skills. While this approach might sound terrifying, it's hard to argue with the results. Each of his kids is expected to inherit around $50 billion, more money than the GDP of many nations. But they aren't just sitting around waiting for their fortune. Bezos ensures they live life to the fullest, taking them on vacations aboard his $500 million super yacht, where they cruise through the Mediterranean in ultimate luxury. They also get to experience the world's most exclusive resorts, dine with world leaders, and get front-row access to innovations that haven't even hit the market yet. While most children are learning to ride a bicycle, Bezos' kids are learning to operate some of the most expensive and high-tech toys in existence. Mark Zuckerberg, on the other hand, has a different approach to parenting. Despite his vast fortune, Zuckerberg and his wife have pledged to donate 99% of their wealth to charity, meaning their children will inherit next to nothing compared to other billionaire kids. But before you start feeling bad for them, let's be clear, they are still living lives of unimaginable luxury. They reside in a $300 million Hawaii compound, vacation in the most expensive destinations, and travel the world on private jets. While Zuckerberg's kids might not have the same kind of excessive inheritance as others on this list, they are still growing up surrounded by wealth, privilege, and opportunities that guarantee them a bright future. If there's one family that has mastered the art of spoiling their children, it's Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Their kids, Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir Carter, live in a world so luxurious even royalty would be envious. Their elementary school tuition alone costs $50,000 a year, more than some Ivy League colleges. Their childhood is filled with golden rocking horses worth $600,000, jewel-encrusted pacifiers costing $2.5 million, and private islands reserved just for family getaways. But perhaps the most outrageous display of wealth was when Beyoncé and Jay-Z shut down the Louvre in Paris. Yes, the same museum that houses the Mona Lisa, just so their 2-year-old daughter could explore it privately. While most children go to theme parks, Blue Ivy got an entire world-famous museum to herself. If that isn't the definition of spoiled, then what is? LeBron James's kids might not live in castles, but their lifestyle is just as extravagant. Growing up with one of the greatest basketball players of all time means that they get front-row seats to every major NBA game, personal training from elite athletes, and a direct path to professional sports careers. His son, Bronny, was already getting recruited by top colleges at just 10 years old and eventually made it to the NBA with his father's guidance. In addition to private jets, luxury vacations, and expensive gifts, the James kids also have a direct line to some of the biggest celebrities in the world. They've partied with Drake, attended exclusive Hollywood events, and even walked the red carpet with the biggest names in sports and entertainment. Some billionaire kids, however, have been raised with the idea that wealth should be controlled. Bill Gates is one of those parents. Despite being one of the richest men in the world, Gates has insisted on raising his kids with middle-class values, even imposing a strict ban on smartphones until they turned 14. But let's be honest, middle-class values don't usually include growing up in a 66,000 square foot mansion named Xanadu 2.0, equipped with its own trampoline room, a private library, and an artificial beach. While Gates' kids may not be getting a $100 billion inheritance, they are each set to receive $10 million, enough to live comfortably but not excessively. And with their father's legacy behind them, they are bound to succeed in whatever they choose to pursue. Then we have Mukesh Ambani's children, who live in the most extravagant home of any billionaire kid, a 27-story skyscraper mansion worth over $1 billion. This towering residence in Mumbai includes a private movie theater, a ballroom, 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and a garage filled with some of the world's most expensive cars. When Ambani's kids get married, the celebrations are nothing short of royal. Their weddings have cost upwards of $100 million, featuring live performances from superstars like Beyoncé and Rihanna. With access to unlimited wealth, luxury, and power, these kids are among the most privileged on the planet. For Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's kids, every birthday party is a Hollywood-level production. Northwest's birthday was celebrated with a Hello Kitty-themed sleepover at the Beverly Hills Hotel, while Psalm West's party turned their entire mansion into a functioning fire station, complete with real firefighters and adoptable Dalmatian puppies. These kids don't just have expensive toys, they have their own luxury playgrounds, private jets, and yachts, making their lives feel like a never-ending vacation. Finally, there's Barron Trump, who didn't just grow up in luxury, he grew up in the White House. With access to a private movie theater, a bowling alley, and his own Secret Service protection, Barron's childhood was anything but ordinary. Even after leaving the White House, he continued to live in opulence, with homes worth hundreds of millions and the ability to travel anywhere at a moment's notice. Billionaire kids live in a universe far beyond the reach of ordinary people. While some are raised to appreciate hard work, others grow up surrounded by endless luxury and privilege. Whether they inherit their parents' fortunes or have to carve their own paths, one thing is certain, their lives will always be extraordinary. Which billionaire kid's lifestyle shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insane content.